One family, one people, one planet, one love. One family, one people, one planet, one love. One family.
Good morning. Welcome to SoulCall Sunday. We're so happy to see you in this wonderful month of April. We're celebrating the earth and all of its gifts and all the gifts of you and our first year anniversary. At SoulCall, we love to start you out with the mind and soul connection and the body. We make sure that everything is involved in your spiritual journey and want to give you all the gifts that you need for this extraordinary and amazing life that you get to live. So we get to start this morning with the wonderful Deborah Weisenberger Lippitz, and she is going to begin us with some Qigong for the body. So please join us, enjoy this, and begin your day.
We are continuing to practice in the seated healing position. Again, we are going to move from side to side slowly. So please, the legs should be at a 90-degree angle, and you cannot be against the chair. Okay, we need to move. So please, look forward from inside the mind's home, Shenji Palace, outward through Yin Tang to merge with infinite space. From there, gather all the healing, chi, love, wisdom, and pull it back through Yin Tang to the center of the head, and very gently close the eyes. Now, with the eyes closed, all senses are inside. We can completely relax from tip to toe. We are connected above, grounded below, and we become the chi in between and a part of all things, merging us together, heart to heart and mind to mind as one. Now please allow your hands and arms to be pulled up to a comfortable place in front of the chest. Relax the hands, holding a chi ball through the hands and arms. The entire chi field in this space. Very safe, very comfortable. And this moves surrounding us from tip to toe in the front, above the head, behind us, both sides and below us. Relax. Now place your mind's consciousness in between the kidneys. Open Mingmang in between the kidneys, Mingmang area, the gate of life vitality. Place everything in the chi field. The chi transforming. Then slowly turn to the left, inside and out, or chi circling and spiraling. To the right, transforming, uniting, healing. To the left, very easy, relax, transform, right. Continue turning, circling, spiraling, transforming. Very easy, safe, comfortable. All one. Inside out. Circling, spiraling, transforming. Eventually, move back to the front and stop. Then bring this huge chi field inside by placing the centers of the palms on top of the navel, and very slowly open the eyes, smiling from the inside out.
Smiling from the inside out. Who doesn't want to do that? Welcome to all of you who continue to join us as you log on. We love seeing you in your comments in different places in the country and around the world. So we begin with Qigong. We begin with the body and the connection to the mind and the spirit. Thank you, Deborah. And we continue in meditation. And every week our meditations are different. Every week we are giving you other ideas and ways to connect in, and we offer these to you with love, and use what you will and set aside anything that doesn't work for you. So this morning, let us do a meditation that involves a chant for Mother Earth as we close out the month where we celebrate earnestly, having had Earth Day just a couple of days ago. And the words are Jaya Jaya, Devi Mata, Nama Ah Ah Ah, Jaya Jaya Devi Mata, Nama Ah Ah Ah. And these wonderful sounds of na and ma and ah also give you that inner smile that Deborah mentioned. So sit comfortably where you are, your feet on the ground, your hands in your lap, and scan your body. And just let these words float over you. And as we do the meditation, we will complete the meditation and go right into another song. And it will be a song that's called Keep the Lights On, because today we will talk about keeping the lights on in ourselves and connected to Source. So we'll begin with Jaya, breathing in. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. Breathing in. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. Namah. Breathing into the silence and the depths. Connecting into Source. Remembering who you are. Remembering what you are. Remembering your light. Breathing in, let your meditation continue as we go into the song. Keep the lights on, dear spirit.
Leave the lights on, you'll never know when I'll show up home again. Leave the lights on, I always want to find my way back. Won't lose track, so keep the lights on. My soul is searching, though I'm already here. My dear God, release my foolish fear. I know I'm one with the stars, the moon, the sky. One with the rainbow, every cloud passing by. Keep the lights on. Keep the lights on, dear spirit. I know you always will. No matter how long I wander, you'll be there still. Keep the lights on. I always come home. Keep the lights on. I return when I roam. Keep the lights on. My soul is searching, though I'm already here. My dear God, release my foolish fear. I know I'm one with the stars, the moon, the sky. One with the rainbow, every cloud passing by. Keep the lights on. Keep the lights on. Keep the lights on. Keep the lights on. My soul is searching, though I'm already here. My dear God, release my foolish fear. I know I'm one with the stars, the moon, the sky. One with the rainbow, every cloud passing by. Keep the lights on. 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 Keep the lights on.
I wrote that song nearly 2 decades ago when my beginning of a new spiritual journey for me. And I thought it was about being new to the spiritual journey. I thought it was about that particular time in my life, but I realized that it's really a timeless idea, that we remember that the lights are always on in spirit. So I remind myself of this regularly. I don't know about you, but the world is giving us many opportunities these days to remember our source and to try to find our center and to go back into the self for the peace that we are desiring, because it doesn't appear to be all around us some days. When I think about source, I think about the earth mother also. And there's a story about children and who are being found, sort of washing up on a shore and being rescued out of the river. And people keep rescuing these children out of the river. And they save them one by one. And eventually someone says, can we go find out how they're coming to be in the river? What is the source of this problem that we're pulling them out and pulling them out? So sometimes when we see a problem, we're just at the effect stage. We're just seeing the end of it, but we're not necessarily seeing the source of it. So they go back to the source and they find out why these children are being thrown in to this river. What's happening there? What are the circumstances? Could we change the circumstances so that this doesn't happen anymore? So when we solve problems, we go back to the source and we try to solve the problem. We have to remember also, when we're not solving, we're looking for our good, looking for our center, looking for our peace, we also need to go to the source. Sometimes we are trying to change things in our lives. We're moving furniture around in our head or in our home. We may think we need to change a venue. We might think we need to change in terms of who we're hanging out with. We might think we need to change in terms of our activities or our exercises or our practices. So we keep doing those things that are at the effect. But we don't necessarily always remember to return to the source of our good. In SoulCall, we are constantly sharing with you many different paths to the One, and people who are coming on to speak with us on Wisdom Wednesdays and other guests during soul sessions. You learn from us or hear from us because we know we're not really putting something inside you. Education and learning is really about bringing out what's within, but we share with you many different paths to the One. One of the paths that I took early in my career as a spiritual coach and advisor and leader was to study the science of mind. And the science of mind is got a textbook, a very, very thick textbook, written by a person named Ernest Holmes, Dr. Ernest Holmes. And it was a fascinating text, as many spiritual texts are, and we study many of them here at SoulCall Global. But this particular text had a very specific way of teaching people about prayer. And they called it spiritual mind treatment, which I thought was fascinating when I first learned about it. It's a form of what people call affirmative prayer, spiritual mind treatment. So what does it mean to treat the mind? What I learned was, it's not treating the mind of another person who comes to you and asks for prayer. It's treating your own mind in a spiritual way, giving it spiritual medicine. And what is the spiritual medicine? It's remembering the truth of who and what you are. So it has many steps, and some people will share 5 steps, some people will share 7 steps, but let me just share the simple 5-step process that can be used to pray affirmatively to treat our own minds. So that first step is to remember the oneness. So it's remembering the oneness. There's only one. And that statement in itself can be the beginning of any prayer. There's only one. And then the second step is unification. There's only one, and I am one with the one. And you can say, there's only one presence, excuse me, little allergies, one presence, one power, one beauty, one peace, one love, and I am one with it. Since there's only one, I must be one with it. But when we are dealing with outside conditions and the world seems to be swirling around us and there isn't any peace to be found out there, we have to remind ourselves that there's only one, and that I am one with the one. And the one and its characteristics are my characteristics. It's peace, it's power, it's beauty, it's joy, it's love, it's light. And then there's a step that's called declaration. Whatever it is that you're wanting to remember, you declare. In the song, it's remembering that I'm one with the stars and the moon and the sky, one with the rainbow and every cloud passing by. I want to remember this. I am one with it. There is no place where God, presence, love, beingness, consciousness ends and I begin. I am one with it. I declare this to be so. We can also declare for our health. We can declare for our prosperity. We can declare for our peace. And yes, we can declare for the peace of others, being sources ourselves for them to tap into as peace. Sometimes we can forget ourselves. So when we go in prayer for you, on behalf of you, or you go in prayer on behalf of me, you are remembering our oneness, our unity in the one. You are declaring for me or for yourself that truth. Do that, we align with this power that is ever available, always present. We are swimming in it, living in it, but sometimes we lose our awareness of it. Keep the lights on, dear spirit, I sang. I know you always will. No matter how far I wander, you'll be there still, because we wander away from ourselves. We wander away from the center. We wander away from the source. We are looking out and seeing the world and feeling the world. I'm an empath. I know many of you are. Feeling the world so deeply that it's difficult sometimes to stay connected in and remember who you are. And that these appearances of things that, even though they're happening in the human experience, are not ultimately where our power and life reside. They reside within. So we start with remembering the oneness. We unify with it, remembering our unification with it, that there's only one. We declare that which we wish to see and remember and know. And then we're grateful. This is a beautiful step. This is probably my favorite step, is to be grateful in advance for whatever it is you're declaring. Be grateful for knowing that there's only one, and that there's unification, and that my word returns to me, pressed down and flowing over. And I'm so grateful to know this. Gratitude and its vibration is so powerful in us that when we are grateful for something, we literally become that field of consciousness that draws it to us, whether it's peace or prosperity or health. And we know this not just because we say this. We don't say to you, just believe this because I say so. We know this because each of us practice it. We practice this presence. We are constantly in practice. So we are grateful. We are grateful for that which we declare. We are grateful for remembering the oneness and the unity, and everything that we declare is ours. We're grateful. And then the fifth step is to release. One that sometimes I forget. To release and let go. Let spirit, let the universe, let consciousness itself do its job, do its work. It is constantly ever moving forward. It is constantly changing, transforming. And we need just put our word into it with our heart, with our gratitude, with our conviction, and know that it is being acted upon. We don't always see immediate results from something that we pray into, but we have to know that the results are there. We have to know that the love, the health, the beauty, the prosperity already exists. And we continue to be grateful for it and allow ourselves to vibrate at its frequency so it can find our way to us. As we find the world sometimes challenging, and there are so many things to do out there, the first work is always in here. There's only one. That one is God, that one is love, that one is peace, that one is power, beauty, and light. And I am one with it right here and right now. And I declare that everything that's needed is within me right now. And for that I am so deeply grateful. And I release my word knowing that it returns to me pressed down and flowing over as it returns to you. This prayer, this alignment, this remembering allows us to have the capacity to move in the world as love and light and beauty and power, to share with our fellow human beings kindness, because we have remembered who we are at the source. Enjoy this beautiful offering from Erika Leckett and Lisa Ferrero. I believe in the human race. I believe in kindness because we're all coming from the same source and we can always return. The lights are on.
Tell me what you're gonna do for me. I will be K-I-N-D. Tell me what you're gonna do for me. Show you kindness. Tell you what I'm gonna do for you. I will be K-I-N-D too. Tell you what I'm gonna do for you. Show you kindness. Some say that the world is divided into weak and strong. There's good and bad and right and wrong. Don't trust the ones who sit on fences. They're either with us or against us. Well, I'm a child of many worlds, and if I had to choose just one, I'd say my home is a planet circling round the sun. It's like a ship and we're on it for a ride. At the end of the night, we're all on the same side. We may be different in the ways we think, but if we don't hang together, the ship is gonna sink. So I believe in kindness. I believe in simple things. I believe in the preciousness of all beings. I believe in tomorrow, despite the troubles we face, because I believe in the human race. Whoa, whoa, hey. Kindness. We learn to measure power by how hard we push, how hard we shove, when our greatest strength is our capacity to love. Kindness, the kindness. I believe in kindness, kindness, yeah. I believe in kindness, kindness. Oh, I believe in kindness, 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 kindness. Hey, what we're gonna do? Kindness, 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 kindness. Wanna be kindness, 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 kindness. Be the kindness, 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 kindness. Can you feel the kindness, 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 all over the world. Kindness, 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 kindness.
Yes, just love that song. Thank you so much for it, for all the beautiful gifts of song that we get through SoulCall Global. And I'd love to now bring on this broadcast the wonderful Deborah Weisenberger-Lippitz and Helen Yee, our in-residence gurus of Qigong. We're going to meet them. We want to say hello to you two because we're so grateful for what you do, and love, love, love that we get to have you both here this morning, for everyone to just meet you when you're not actually busy helping us move through an exercise. Deborah.
Thank you. It's so amazing. Well, first of all, I feel like I have to go, because we start every time SoulCall is on, from its first inception, this has been a whole year, it just keeps building and building and building and building. And we go inside, change, transform. We have music. We have these wonderful songs and talks. I guess we can call them sermons, but they are more like spiritual awakenings that open up our consciousness. And all of these different aspects merge together into something that can transform all of us. And I feel so honored from the bottom of my heart to be a part of this whole exploration of who we are becoming individually and collectively through this wonderful medium of SoulCall Global. I don't think there's anything like it anywhere. And I feel
Yes, you're a unique offering and you're such a big part of it.
And Helen and I working together, it's just so great. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for everyone working so hard to make this happen.
Mm-hmm. You're so welcome, and we are so happy that you're here, and happy anniversary to you. Thank you, Deborah. Helen, we're so happy that you're here.
Thank you so much. I am just very appreciative to be a part of SoulCall in this collective way. I love hearing all kinds of wonderful knowledge that I wouldn't say overlap, but we're all on the same page of learning and remembering, as Reverend Christie, you so elegantly put in your words in your talk today, and how that really resonates with the fact that we are learning from each other, and whether we learn a couple of steps from this event or this person or 7 and so forth. And I just feel like I love being a part of being able to contribute to the whole consciousness of the one, and that is just the most beautiful. This whole organization is a beautiful collectiveness of like-minded thought, and being able to connect back into our own alignment with our soul, our inner being. And I know with Qigong and the practice of internal martial arts disciplines, that's one way that I love, and I am passionate about sharing that particular knowledge, because it really does allow me to be present and to be able to tap into that that vibration of being able to know how to elevate that frequency into this place where you can connect to so much that can benefit you, whether it's with wellness or financially, or any kind of prosperity in your life. So I'm very grateful for this platform.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And we're just so blessed by the two of you being there, on Sunday mornings. It's just become such a big part of my life and the life of so many people out there that they can count on, Deborah or Helen, these wonderful, amazing, teachers to lead us through something that connects us right into the body, this beautiful body we get to live in for however long, and then move right into our spiritual practices. So thank you so much for being here and for all your contributions this year. And I'm so happy that you are on the SoulCall Global team. Thank you. Thank you. We have a few announcements, as always, at the end of our program, to remind you of all the good that's coming your way, and also to remind you that there are opportunities for us. We talked about prayer during my talk, and we love to pray, and it raises our vibration, and it's all for you and for us and for the planet. So if you ever do want to have a specific prayer, feel free to share that with us. And there is actually on our website a place that you can click, and you can actually give us the words and what it is that you want to share. So know that prayers at SoulCallGlobal.org is listening for you. Okay. We also appreciate everyone's gifts, and SoulCall has just been so blessed by the generosity of spirit from every person who has. We've crossed the screen of. Sometimes we get people regularly who give it to us regularly, which we really appreciate, of course. And though we also get people who just happen upon us and then send us a gift for the gift that has been given to their soul. So we appreciate all the gifts, small and large, and they can never be too big and never can be too small. So please feel free to donate to SoulCall Global right there on our website. We love that. And we have a few new things that are happening at SoulCall, which are exciting. There's always something new being birthed here. And we have the movie review Monday the 26th. There will be a link on the website about a movie that we will watch together, and there'll be some opportunities for discussion and leaning into that. So we use all kinds of mediums to remain awakened in this journey of life. So that's Monday the 26th. That's coming up. That's tomorrow. Monday the 26th is tomorrow. The food drive this week for next Sunday pickup is happening. And we are having our first story slam May 26th. That's why the 26th was in my mind, but it's May 26th we'll be having the story slam. We have 2 writing classes happening concurrently, and our writers are really excited to share some of the pieces they've come up with now after months and months and months of writing and writing from their soul. So look for that. May 26th we'll be advertising about it for people to come and hear some amazing words of wisdom from a lot of our participants. So it's going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it. We have every Sunday SoulCall Rewind, and I will be in the Rewind room early today and for a shorter time. So we'll be a short check-in, but to check in to see if there's anything that you want to remark on or share with a group of people who'd like to come and chat a bit after the Sunday message. So I will be in the Rewind room. I'll be in the room in about 5 minutes or so. So about 10 to 11, I'll be in the room. So anybody who wants to join, and we'll be in there until about 11:15. So feel free to join us for SoulCall Rewind and just check in with your fellows, wonderful soul callers. And I think I have covered all of the announcements for today. So that's what's going on here. Check out the movie, check out the Story Slam, check us out on Wednesday, next Sunday. We'll see you soon. And know that wherever you are in the world, and whenever you're watching this, you are loved.
One family, one people, one planet, one love.